everyone, welcome to today's tutorial. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a wallet purse. Okay, so I'm crazy about purses and about wallets majorly because of how they have so many pockets that you can put so many stuff. Initially I used to be teased that I like wallets because I'm a woman, but as time went by we saw that we now have varieties of wallet purses for females. Okay, so I've already treated a tutorial on how to make a wallet. I'll be leaving the link below where you can either download or watch the tutorial and get an idea on how to make a wallet for yourself. So we're making it available for free, and you can just go ahead and download it or watch it straight from our YouTube channel. Don't forget to also subscribe, okay, or join us on our online classes where we have so many bag making tutorials that you can be a part of. We have an online class where we teach you how to make bags, varieties of bags, how to make jewelries, how to make shoes, how to make clothes, how to make patterns, and so on and so forth. So you can decide to be a part of those classes and just teach up your fashion designing skills or start from the grassroots. It all depends on you. Okay, so today we're gonna be doing a wallet purse, like I already said, and I drafted a pattern for one, and you can see it right here. I'm gonna put this aside so I can give a bit of explanation of the pattern. Now my purse is gonna have layers. Okay, it's gonna be like two purse in one. So this is the outer part of the wallet, okay, and the dimensions are written at the back. Okay, so this is 9.5. the width is 9.5, while the length is about 14 inches. Now you can see I left half an inch for stitch allowance because I'm going to be using ankara fabric to design to make this purse. So we're going to have a lot of stitching round. Okay, we're not using leather, I'm just going to use an ankara fabric. So because of that, we're going to be stitching round, so I left about 0.5 inch seam allowance. Okay, as you can see, I'm going to cut in two layers of this. One will serve as my fabric of choice and the other as a lining. You can go ahead and use the same fabric if you want. So I'll be cutting rather than using lining, I'm going to be using the same fabric for the inner layer of the outer piece. Okay, so the next I'm going to need drafting out is where the ID pockets pouch, the side where you have to put your ID card. You can see I've created a little dimension of it. By the way, I'll be using this transparent laminating paper to serve as where I'll be putting my ID card. Okay, so I've already cut it out in the dimension of the card, including seam allowances. Okay, so I'm just going to be needing just a piece of this. Then you can see I laid out 5 layers of pockets that I'm going to put in at the side of the pouch. Now the next, we're going to be cutting, of course, 2 layers of this. One will serve as the main fabric and one will serve as, of course, the inner piece, which you can use a lining fabric for. Okay, then the other part of the pockets, this is the second main pocket of the wallet purse. Okay, this is where that has an how do I put it, pocket for your cards. Okay, you want to put your ATM cards, your any other cards, complimentary cards, and so on and so forth. This is the pocket, and they are cut out in the dimension of the pocket, including seam allowances at the side, as you can see. So I'm cutting 2 pieces of this. Now this is going to serve as a layer for my snap, because I'm going to be using snap. I'm not going to be using zippers sorry, I'm not going to be using buttons or zippers to close my wallet. I'm going to be using mostly snaps. So you can see that I've laid out every part. I've cut out my pattern and I've doubled them up using interfacing. Okay, I've pressed that interfacing at the wrong side of the fabric, okay, in order to make my wallet a bit more sturdier than it was. Okay, since this we are making a wallet. Okay, so you can see that every piece has an interface at the wrong side of it. Then my main pieces all have a lining fabric as well. As you can see, those are the pieces that I've included times 2 on it, if you can remember the pattern. Anyway, I'll be dropping a link for the pattern below this video. You can just go ahead and see for yourself, and you can proceed to make one for yourself using the pattern. Okay, now for the main fabric, you can see I cut out another fabric for it to serve as my lining piece instead of using a lining fabric, but every other piece has a lining fabric. So the first thing we are going to do is start with the outer piece. Okay, you can see it has a powder. Rather than using an interfacing, I used a powdering interfacing, okay, for it, and I press ironed it at the wrong side of one piece of the fabric, and the other piece, which is serving as the lining, I'm going to place it right side up, and then I'm going to place my outer piece on it. Okay, so I'm basically just going to stitch round. Okay, I'm going to stitch round the fabric, and then I'll show you. You can see that I'm done stitching around, and by the way, I left 2.5 parts of the sides unstitched. This is where I'll be turning my piece to. Okay, so the next thing you do is snip around your seam, okay, especially at the curves. Okay, okay, so I'm gonna take this to the pressing table and I'm gonna press iron. Okay, I'm gonna press iron this, and then I'll show you what next to do. After press ironing, you can see that I've also included the space that would pass the opening that we created. So we're gonna stitch round the pouch. Okay, we're gonna create stitches round the pouch. Okay, so after stitching around, you can see how your pouch now looks. Now this is the right side. You can see how it looks also at the wrong side. Okay, so when you fold and close, the pouch looks like this. Okay, you can see that. So now we want to put in the inner. The next thing we're going to do is make an inner pouch for our inner wallet. Okay, because our wallet has 2 sections of pockets. Okay, so this is the inner pieces and this is the lid. So what I'm going to do is join the lid, okay, together, and I'm going to do the same for the lining. So I'm going to take this, you can use a pin to hold them down. Okay, so you can see that. So I'll take this to the sewing machine and then stitch. I'll do the same for the lining, and then I'll place my lining over the right side of my fabric. Okay, and I'm going to stitch round and then turn it, leave about 2.5 inch as well, and then turn it the way I did with the outer piece or pouch. Okay, and I'll go do that now, and then I'll show you what next to do. Round, as you can see, for the second pouch I also left about 2.5 inches open. I did the same for the other pieces, 2.5 inches open, as well as this. Okay, so I'm gonna, for the blocked piece, I snipped off the tip at both edges. Okay, why for this I'm going to nip the curves. Okay, so you can see I've done the same for the other pieces. So I'm going to take this and turn it over to the right side, just like I did with the outer piece. Just like I did with the outer piece, I'm going to press iron. Then when I'm done, I'm going to stitch, including the opening. I'm going to stitch it close round. I'll do the same for the other pieces, and then I'll show you that I'm done with every piece. Okay, now we're going to test it to see if we get what we want the right way. So I'm going to take my outer patch and place it on my table. This is the right side. Okay, so this is the wrong side. Now my round curved piece sits at the bottom like so. Then the inner piece will sit over like so. Now this is the cover of it. So this will be like this. Okay. Now my card pocket will be right here. Now this would close over the pocket like so. So it should be sitting here. Okay, so one will place our wallet over like so, and then the cover, you can see that we have our purse with it. Okay, then this, you can see the inner pocket, the ID card pocket, and the general pouch. So you can see everything is laid out now. So the next thing we're going to do is attach our, I'm going to start with the mid pocket. So I'm going to put this aside for now. We'll come back to it. So our mid pocket, we need to include for my pattern. So this is meant for our cards. Okay, this particular pouch is meant for our card. So I'm going to place this on the table, and then I'm going to get the pieces that I need for my card. So these are the pieces. You can see them, the size of the paper, size of the pouch. Okay, and when you fold it over, you get like so, and you get like so. I think they're about 1, 2, 3, 4. So each of them are in different heights. So let's find the highest height first. Okay, so I think, all right, and this. And then this. So these are the 4. The difference is half an inch from each other. So they are all going to sit right here on our card piece like so. So we'll be putting our cards in each of the two one, the two pieces. So you can see it right here. So now these pieces, I can't leave them like this. You can see the edges are open, so I have to close the edges. So we will have to work on these pieces. So I'm going to open this and flip it to the wrong side. Then I'm going to stitch. Then we'll stitch the sides and leave about half an inch, 1 inch. We'll do the same for all the sides, and then I'll show you what next to do. When done, each of the pieces would look like this. So I've taken the liberty to turn them to the right side and then match the top and bottom just like we did with the other pieces. Okay, so now we are going to arrange it using the tallest value and then the next value after the tallest value. This is it. And then the next, and then finally last. Okay, so we have all the pieces complete with the right height. So we're going to place it in a hard piece. Okay, make sure that the bottom tallies as best as we can, and this is at the middle. Okay. So you can see all of our pieces like so. So now we're going to take this to the sewing machine. We're going to stitch the sides together and the sides together as well, and then we're going to find the middle of all the pieces and then stitch along the middle part of it. Okay, so I'm going to go do that now, and then I'll show you what next to do. So after joining, you can see I've demarcated the pouch into several pieces. I had to forfeit one of the pockets because it was too thick for my machine to sew, so I have just 6 pockets now instead of 12, I think. So you can just go on to test this using an ATM card to see how it fits into your pockets. Okay, so this is a little bit tighter than this one, but still fits. Okay, works. Alright, so now we're gonna attach it to the mid pouch. Okay, right here. So I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and stitch close, stitch here close as well, and I'll stitch the bottom close as well. Okay, after joining the bottom to the bottom of the mid pouch, as you can see, the card mid pouch, next thing we are going to do is get a piece of fabric. Okay, you fold the ends, okay, like so. This fabric is about 4.5 long. Okay, so it's 4.5 long, so I folded it into equal halves and then I stitched the sides together. Now the length should be the length of your pouch, okay, from here to here. Now we are going to place this side that is not folded. Okay, we're going to place it at the tip or at the end of the pouch like so, and we are going to stitch. Okay, we're going to stitch it from that side to this side, and then I'll show you what next to do. Okay, so after joining it at the bottom, you can see how it now looks. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch the pouch close. We're going to stitch it close at the sides, and then I'm going to place this. Okay, so I've already identified where I want my pouch to start, which is about 1 inch from the curved area on the larger pouch. Okay, so you can see the curved area, and this is about 1 inch. Okay, so that's where I want the pouch to start. So I'm going to place this on top like so. After I'm done stitching, I'm just going to explain. So I'm going to do it all together. I'm going to turn this leaf part of it over like so. Okay, you can see why I left it unstitched. So why I'm going to stitch I'm going to flip it over. When I'm sure it's at the level that I want it to be, you use your wallet's level here to identify the level of where you want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over. Okay, and then I'm going to pin it down like so. So once again, I'm going to take this to the sewing machine. I'm going to stitch this together. Okay, and then I will show you why I had to do this. Okay, so you can see I've stitched the sides together. Okay, and you can see we have a pocket right here for whatever we want to put in there. Then you can see our card is now attached to the pouch. So you can see now the reason I attached this is because I want to create a pocket between this pouch and this pouch, so that I can be able to put something in between like so. This is why I have to put a layer under it, okay, so that whatever I want to do, like a mobile phone, I'll be able to put it inside, and my purse will not, the mobile phone will not fall through down the purse. You can understand now. So this is why I attached a layer under it. Okay, I hope you get it. All right. Okay, so now that we've done that, because like I said, because I want to attach a purse, I'm going to put a side piece holder. So you can create this. This is about 3.5 inches long and 2 inches wide. So you can create this by folding your pieces of paper together at the sides. Okay, you can see that right here. So I did about 2 of that using the pieces of fabric I have available to me. So now what I'm simply going to do is attach one side to my pockets right here. Okay, and I'm going to attach another right here. Okay, so I'm going to pin this down. Okay. So you can see I've pinned the sides. Okay, so you can see I've created a pocket here. Okay, so I'm going to be putting something like a mobile phone or any other document I want to hide. Okay, so when I cover my purse like this, and I cover it like this, no sorry, I can cover my purse like this, and like this, and like this. Okay. Okay, so you can see what I'm trying to achieve here. You can see. Okay, so now that I'm sure this is where I want it to be, I think I'm going to break it down a little at the side. So it's looking a little bit higher. Right. I've attached it at the sides. Okay, as you can see, I'm going to stitch. Don't forget to stitch where we've pinned as well. Okay, you can see where we pinned at the bottom. Stitch it. Okay, I'll prefer to use I'm going to use blind hem. I'm going to blind hem this point so that it doesn't show at the side of the right side. So I'm going to use blind hem. I'm going to blind hem this part to this part of the pouch, and then I'm going to attach the sides, and then I'll show you what next to do. So you can see that I've joined this pouch to this, and you can see the side layer. Okay, you can see I've also sealed the bottom like so that nothing can pass through it. As you can see the inside, and you can see the side as well. are completely closed. You can see that I blind hemmed, okay, and you can see there is no stitch on the one side. Alright, so now we have a pouch where we can put either a mobile phone or keys or whatever on the side. Alright, okay, so now we are done with our mid pouch. We're gonna go to our ID card pouch, which is this layer. Okay, so we're gonna put this right here, but first I want to include more space for complimentary cards or complimentary cards or ID cards, more ID cards spaces that you can include. You can see it right here in our pattern. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pouches that we can put here if you like, but I think I'm going to stick mine to maybe 3 right here because I don't want it to be completely full. Okay, so these are the pieces of my pouch. You can see the 3 of them. I'm going to use it at the side of the pouch. Okay, so I'm going to be laying them over each other right here, and right here. Okay, just gonna be doing about 3. Okay, because I don't want it to be too thick so that I'll be able to stitch it. So I'm just gonna leave it at 3. Then for my ID card pouch, remember I told you I'll be using a laminating piece for it. I'll be using this at the side of the pouch, okay, right here, so that I can put my ID card or whatever I need to do. Okay, so to achieve this, I'm going to measure. Right here I have 3.5. I have more than 3. Okay, 3.5. Okay, then the length is 2. I'm going to be leaving 2.5. Okay, and that should be for my stitch allowance. Okay, so I'm going to be putting this right here, about 1 inch away from the end of the pouch. Okay, so right here, then 1/2 inch from the top. This is 3.5. 3.5. Supposed to be 1/2 inch, by the way. Sorry, supposed to be 1/2 inch. Right here. This is going to be 1/2 inch. So this is where my ID card pouch is going to be, right here. Okay, you can see it right here. Now I want to curve it, so I'm gonna fold it in 4 halves, and I'm going to curve the edges. Now I'm going to get a piece of fabric. I'm going to cut about the length of this, right, like this, total length, which is this measure, so we can get the total length. This 3.5, this 3.5, that's 7, and this is 2.5, that's 5. plus 7 give us 12. So we're going to cut out 12 inches long of fabric. So I have 12. I'm going to cut out a bias piece. Now I have illustrated this in our in the sewing 101 class, how to cut a bias. Okay, so you can go over it to learn how to cut a bias if you want.
Another hit scam from whiteloaded.com. Another hit scam from whiteloaded.com.
Okay, so after cutting out in bias, you're gonna place it over your laminating paper like so, and you're gonna stitch. Okay, you can stitch from front, anywhere, front to back, anywhere that you prefer. Just go ahead and stitch round, and just create a bias around your laminating paper. So after doing that, I'm going to show you what next to do. Okay, so you can see I've stitched around the laminating paper, so I'm going to place it over my fabric like so, and I'm going to stitch all the sides except this side. Okay, I'm going to leave here unstitched so that I can put my card or my ID card through the hole. Okay, so I'm simply going to stitch round. I'm going to leave the front open. Okay, I'm going to leave this point open. Okay, alright, so you can see that I'm done stitching around. Now I'm going to test this using my driver's license. Okay, so I'm going to put this into it, and you can see it slides in perfectly. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is attach complimentary cards, pockets like so, like so, and like so, and we're going to do it the same way we did with our card pouch. Okay, so we're going to repeat the same process like we did with our card pouch. So you can see that I've attached it by the side, and you can see how it looks. Okay, and you can see how our ID card pouch now looks like. So I'm going to attach it to the bottom of the pouch. Okay, I'm going to stitch round. I'm going to leave here open so I can put anything that I like as well. So I'm going to stitch round, and then I will show you what next to do. See, it's now attached to, and we have a space for whatever I want to put right here, and you can see we also have that here, and we even have that here. So succeeded in completing the pouches for our purse wallets. Okay, so when we close our pockets like so, and close it over like so. Okay, and then close it finally like so. So you can see our purse wallets. Okay, see how it looks at the end of the day, and you can see there is nothing right here at the back, no stitch at the back. So neat, so nice. Get rid of this threads. So this is how it looks when you open it, and you can see how it looks. We have spaces for our IDs and your ID card, your complimentary cards, your ATM cards, money, and a pouch. Okay, all right, so the next thing we're going to do is include our snaps to the bag. Okay, so we're going to attach in snaps at this point. Okay, I can see I've seed here short. Okay, if there is anything I want to put, it's still go on and put it right here. So I'm going to create a snap point right here. Okay, right for this and this to close each other up. Okay, so this is my snap. Okay, alright. Okay, so this is my snap. Okay, so I'm gonna be attaching one. This will be for, this will be here. Okay, and this will be over here. Right, okay, this will be over here, this will be here, and just use my chalk to mark it so I am not lost. So one will be here, one will be here, one will be here. can see the 4 positions here. Alright, so I'm going to insert
Another hits jam from WebLoaded.com.
So you can see that I've done attaching each of the snap, and you can see how it now looks at this point. So it helps me close my purse thoroughly. So the next thing I'm going to do is attach another one at the middle of my purse. So you get your measuring tape and then measure these points to this point and then take the middle. So this is 7.5. So we're gonna find the middle of it and mark. So this is the middle of it. So also use this to find the middle. So this is the middle, so we're gonna put a snap there as well. So when done, your purse will look like this. Okay, so you can see how it looks. Now you can see the snap attached to it securely, and you can see everything perfectly laid out. Okay, so you can see this is your purse. Okay. Now you can see that the snap was closed. You can just leave it like this. Well, I want mine to look quite professional at the front, even if it's not so great inside. Okay, so I cut out a piece of fabric in a circular form, then I put a lot of leftovers inside of it. Okay, so I want to make this like a button on the front part of my purse, like so. Okay, to cover up the ends of the snap right here. So I'm gonna get my needle and thread, and I'm going to stitch the wrong side closed. Okay. So you can see how it now looks. You can see it's not covered at the front. Okay, so this is my purse at the front. So you can see how it now looks. So this is my clutch purse wallet, and you can just go on to open it and put stuffs right here. open it, you can start. You can see my money secured. You can even decide to take it off and put it at the side. Okay, anyone prefer to do. The pocket here is more deeper, so here is more better. So you just go ahead and clip, 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 and your purse is ready. So I want to thank you so much for joining me on this tutorial. I know it was a very long one. This is the longest tutorial that I've ever done. So I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on more bag making tutorials. Bye bye.